Curious about living in Medellin? Want to know what to do, where to go, and what it's really like to live there? I've been traveling back and forth to Colombia since 2021, and I used to live full-time in Medellin. So I'm going to share my personal experiences that I had while living and traveling back and forth there. In this video, I'll do my best to answer these questions by covering three main topics: lifestyle, cost of living, and challenges. Before we get into the main talking points, I think it's important to start by saying in Medellin, as in the rest of Colombia, neighborhoods and residential areas are classified into socioeconomic stratas. This system divides areas into 6 levels based on the economic status of residents and the quality of neighborhood's infrastructure. Strata 1 being very low-income neighborhoods, and Strata 6 being well-off-to-do neighborhoods. If it's your first time in Medellin, I'd recommend staying in neighborhoods of Strata 4 or higher. This will include parts of Poblado, Las Palmas, Envigado, Itagüí, Sabaneta, Laureles, and Belén. So let's talk about the lifestyle. I love Medellin for a lot of reasons, and one of the best being that you have a balance between nature and a major city. There's great hikes like Mirador de los Caminetes, Alto de Matamoros, and the most popular one in Medellin, Cerro de las Cruces. You can also find many waterfalls on trails like Cascada Salto de Ángel, Cascada Sendero El Romeral, and Cascada La Esperera. Medellin also has incredible parks like Parque Arvi, which is accessible by cable car and extends for miles. Estadio de Fútbol, where you can find a skate park, outdoor gyms, sand volleyball, Olympic-sized pools, and a track around the stadium, which is also used for rollerblading and free dance classes a few nights of the week. And lastly, Unidad Deportiva de Belén Andrés, that also has outdoor pools, soccer and tennis courts, and an outdoor gym. Every Sunday morning, you can expect to see lots of people outside for a massive health and fitness meetup. They close down major streets and highways to allow everyone to walk, run, bike, and rollerblade around the city. If you're more of the adventurous type, you can go horseback riding, rent ATVs, and even go paragliding in the north of Medellin. Now that we've covered some of the nature, let's jump into the city life of Medellin. If museums are your thing, you'll want to check out Museo del Agua, where you'll learn about science, cultural and historic significance of water, and how Medellin became a leader in sustainable water management. Or Parque Explora, which is a science and technology museum. It's packed full of cool things for you to learn about the biodiversity of Colombia, concepts of physics, environmental conservations, and you'll see the largest freshwater aquarium in Latin America. If you prefer shopping or entertainment, Medellin's got you covered as well. They have massive malls like Santa Fe, Viva Envigado, Mallorca, and the most luxurious of them all, El Tesoro. Inside Santa Fe and Mallorca, there's also bowling alleys and arcades. If you want to impress on a date, there's many great restaurants, but I'll recommend a few. Andrés Carne de Res, Inzo, or if you want dinner with a view, hit a mirador like La Octava Maravilla. After dinner, if you're wanting to have fun, make your way to one of the 2 most popular streets in Medellin, Provenza or La Setenta. You can also check out Calle 92 in Aranjuez on the weekend, which will have the least amount of foreigners. No matter what kind of lifestyle you're looking for, you can definitely find it in Medellin. Now let's talk about the price of the lifestyle. Cost of living. First, let's talk about accommodation, which is probably going to be your biggest expense. If you're renting a 1 or 2 bedroom furnished apartment in trendy areas like El Poblado, Laureles, expect to pay anywhere between $400 and $1,000 per month. If you're on a tighter budget, shared housing or renting a room can be as low as $200 to $500 a month. If you choose to stay in an Airbnb or community living houses, utilities will be included. But if you end up renting your own place, you can expect utilities like electricity, water, gas, and internet to cost you between $50 to $100 a month. Next up, food. If you enjoy cooking at home, groceries for one person can usually cost between $100 to $250 a month. But eating out is incredibly affordable here. You can get menuda dia, and that'll cost you between $2 to $5 depending on where you go. And that's a good meal. It's usually a super salad, your choice of protein, rice and beans, juice, and sometimes dessert. And if you want to go out to dinner at a nice restaurant, you can expect to pay between $20 and $40, including drinks per person. Transportation in Medellin is efficient and very budget friendly. The metro system is clean, safe, and costs about $1 per ride. If you rely on public transport, your monthly cost can vary, but it'll be between $25 to $40. Or you could use riding apps like Uber and Didi, which are extremely affordable if you're coming from other countries. If you're a gym person, you can expect to pay between $20 and $40 a month depending on the gym that you go to. Or if you want to save money or you just like to work out outside, Medellin has tons of great parks with gym equipment outside that's free for everybody to use. Healthcare in Medellin and most of Colombia is also going to be really cheap, especially if you're coming from the States. You can get great healthcare for $30 to $100 there a month, and out-of-pocket doctor visits are usually between $20 and $60 per visit. For example, I had to go to the dentist when I was down there to get my teeth cleaned, and I ended up paying 95,000 pesos, which is about $25 more or less. If you choose to go out for entertainment, you can find beers for $1 or $2 depending on where you go. You could also find cheap street food, which is really great in Colombia. So what's the grand total per month? That really is going to depend on you and the lifestyle that you want to live. But for a basic lifestyle in Medellin, you can live okay for about $1,000 a month there. If you want to live more on the comfortable side, which is how I lived when I was down there, I spent about $1,500 to $2,000 a month down there. And if you really want to live it up when you're down there, a budget of over $2,000 will get you very, very far in Colombia. Of course, no place is perfect, and Medellin does come with its challenges. First, let's talk about safety. While Medellin has come a long way since its past, petty crime like pickpocketing or phone snatching can still be an issue, especially in crowded areas. So it's important to stay aware of your surroundings and avoid flashing valuables. Another challenge is the traffic. Medellin is a busy city, and rush hour can be a nightmare. The metro is a great option, but it can get crowded during peak times. And then there's the rain. While the weather is generally amazing, Medellin does have a rainy season, which is normally April to May and October to November. Finally, while a few people do speak English, especially in areas with more foreigners, knowing Spanish will make your life so much easier. It's not just about getting by, it's truly about connecting with the culture and the people.